You're live.
We are live. We are back in action. We're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to try something different. This is Shoot 'em in the Face number 2. This is the second on my thing. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So right now it's TR. Blue will be here in a few minutes, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to give everybody their 10 minutes of fame. I'm going to put a link out there. And just know that if you click on the link, it's going to go to Google. You're going to need to turn off your YouTube one of you talking. If you want to get on here, we can bullshit for 10 minutes, but I'm going to give everybody a chance to have fun. Maybe you can tell us the videos that you guys like the best. Get to hang out with us for a little while. Not that we're anything special, but it's fun. You know, TR's been doing chats for a long time. And ask us questions, have fun with us. Just interact with us if you guys feel comfortable enough doing it. But I will put the link right where you guys are typing right now. But when you click on it, just try to make sure your speakers are off. You know, that the video of the YouTube is paused and have the Google Hangouts one going. It'll be cool to meet a lot of you guys. I know we had a chance to meet a lot of you guys as it is out on the farm. But I'm going to give you guys a link. Now, if you're asshats and you're starting to do stuff, we're just going to boot you. And hopefully that's not the case. I know there's a lot of great people out there in the external. But I think it'd be fun. We can all talk. But it's kind of fun talking face-to-face per se as much as we can. You know, like I said, if you have questions for TR, myself, or Blue, and he'll be here in a minute. Or if maybe you want to tell us, man, I love these kind of videos, or these ones are stupid, you know. Me personally, I'm interested in knowing what you guys out there like and enjoy the most. So let's get going here. I will put the link right here, right where you guys have a chance to.
You're a ballsy son of a bitch. That's all I can say.
Balls of steel. Not as big as Tom Olson's, but be kind, be courteous to people. These are human beings you're talking to. Don't be an asshat. But there you go. Enjoy, hoping to hang out. So we'll give you 10 minutes or so, and definitely love to talk to you guys. A lot of you guys we know, not personally, but kind of family oriented. We've been talking for years now on these chats, and it always seems like we got a ton of people watching already, which is awesome. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, actually, you got 24 already. That's just starting up. That's pretty good.
Yeah, bam. Man, I remember that one chat we had it was on your chat. We were above 100. It was pretty amazing to see that many people in there. And there was a ton of commenters. It was hard to read them just because it was going so fast, but definitely pretty cool. Someone asked where I was, if I was in California or North Carolina. I am in California. That's why I figured I'd do an after chat. I'm up as well. I know opening up the chat can bite you in the butt, but I think most of us are pretty much mature. And if not, I'll just give you the boot.
It all depends on how many trolls are following you. And
I
wouldn't do it. I've had too many people in the chats, too many trolls. I couldn't do it.
Parvel Lusk is in the house. He's always been. He's getting his stuff set up. So appreciate it. Yeah, we'll take one more. Parlusk is part of the panel anyways. He's been on our panel before, so it'll be great to see him again as well. But like I said, look in the comment sections. You'll see it. If you just joined us and the comments weren't up yet, then yeah, and DriveSaft Drew says, everyone thumbs up and share this video. God, that guy's so smart. I love that. I love Drew. And while we're waiting for Parlus to get set up, maybe he is set up, but I'll go and why is it going too fast?
SoCal followed us over here. Well, he's on California time too, so yeah, it's kind of early for y'all.
Yeah, it's early. Not seeing the link. It's on your Google. Is that the way you invite Blue and basically on the little guy with
I go up to the first little icon when well, I don't see it now, but anyhow, when you do your mouse
Yeah, the
over,
little
like
guy
when
with the plus sign.
yeah.
I invited him 3. This will be the 3rd time. Parlesk, you ready to talk, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right. How you been, my friend?
Busy.
Yeah, when you ordered 5,000 of the wrong mold pieces, right?
Well, I didn't order 5,000 of the mold pieces. We cut the mold, and then when the sample pieces come in, we had a catastrophic failure, and tried to go back and revise the mold, and that wouldn't work. So I had to go back and redesign the product, not from the ground up, but made some serious modifications to it. Then I had to get those 3D printed and sent in and tested, and then last Tuesday, I went ahead and had the second mold is being cut right now, so it's like 15 days for them to get that mold cut and get the samples out to me. So I wasn't very happy when it didn't work. I threw in fit and cussed and broke things, so it's like $50-some hundred that I messed up on.
You can write it off under education, right?
Well, I mean, I can write it off on taxes, but still, I mean, you don't really want to do that. But that's like my business partner's like 10-year-old son said when I went out and met with him, and we were in the shop, and we recognized that it would fail. This little, I think he's like 10, he stood up and said, "Well, that's the price of doing business," and walked out.
I said, "I'll charge you to do a new one."
But I mean, we got everything else ready to go. The packaging is ready. The shipping bags are ready. It's just that couple little key components that we're trying to get tied up and get done.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's got to be hell trying to start, especially inventing something, getting it molded and made and manufactured, and then bringing it to market and then marketing it. I mean, you're battling a big fight, but hopefully it pays off. I'm sure it will.
Oh yeah, and we have three different pieces that have to be manufactured, and that's dealing with 3 different manufacturers, 3 different problems. So like there was like a trifecta, everything times 3 that you usually have to deal with.
That makes sense. You there, Blue?
I think so. I think I made it.
All right. Yeah, I sent you a few links, but
Yeah,
probably went to the one.
nothing was showing up on my little bell or anything. I was like, what the hell?
It's GoobTube.
Damn GoobTube. Well, just keep fighting the battle there, Parlusk. That way, maybe our military and law enforcement will be a little bit safer. I guess we still can't spill the beans yet.
No, we're hoping within, I don't know, the next couple of weeks. We're probably going to release it what it is before we have it. You know, once I get the samples in and I know everything's good to go, I'll probably go ahead and do like a soft release on it, and we'll probably go ahead and take pre-orders of it as well, because most of everything, I mean, the website's pretty much already done, and we just need to launch it, and all the promotional commercials are already shot and edited and uploaded, ready to go live for those. And so we'll probably do a soft opening with it.
Here, good to hear.
Well, I'm aware of what the product is, and from a law enforcement standpoint, I think that it will definitely, it gives you a one-up. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. It gives you a one-up without a doubt. So I think that it will be successful once you actually launch it out there.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we're getting a lot of real positive. Actually, we got all positive feedback from it, and we've probably shared the idea with 50, 60 different people, and most of them are gun law enforcement. We also even hit up some people that have no idea anything about guns, and just to see, the reaction of it, and it was positive as well. So if you can get somebody that doesn't even know anything about a gun to say, yeah, I see how that's useful.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I don't think I'm going to give anything away by this, but I really think that a catchphrase type of deal may be the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and we have a really good catchphrase for it that we come up with, so we'll probably trademark that if it's not already. I don't think it's trademarked, so we'll probably go ahead and trademark that catchphrase as well.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank lately. I don't know why. Just learning how the system kind of works of, new inventions, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. And
Yeah,
I'll give you kudos.
my business partner wanted to go on Shark Tank and then just refuse all offers and just walk out. It's like
There's a lot of people that do that. Just
we're
to
not
get
here
their,
to get offers. We're just here to be here.
Yeah. Red October. Come visit us. Now, I put a link out there, guys. This is something completely different. I hope it works in a good, positive manner, and I'll put it out there again. You guys can come on here and talk with us. Hang out for 10 minutes and then jump off and let somebody else on. But that's the link right there. Come say hi. Just make sure you get the one video that you're watching right now paused, so that when you go to the Google, you don't hear the same shit over and over because it's repeating itself. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
What?
It's a comment. It's a movie. Married an Axe Murderer, I think, is what the movie was.
Yeah, that would explain it.
It's also in Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Oh, that's
Brick
what
in
it
the
is.
Wall.
It's on that, yeah. I was thinking it was on the Axe Murderer because I got the what would you call it? What's TR got? An accent. Yeah, he's got an accent. I was giving it the accent. Let me do this real quick. Maybe we'll get someone up on here. We got WTF SoCal. Oh, still keeps freaking going. Brian Marks. There we go. We got a new one. How are you, my friend? Thanks.
Good. How's it going?
Good. This is awesome. Yeah, just hang out for 10 minutes. Hey, you got a question, want to say hi, want to say hi to the world, and something different. I figured I'd try it out. Hopefully I don't get any trolls jumping on here, but appreciate you showing up. Got any questions for the Magic Man TR or Blue 823 or myself or Parlusk? Maybe, no.
No.
I'm trying to figure this out. I've never done this before.
Cool. This is a perfect chance.
It's a little overwhelming at first, no doubt. We got years of practice at this bullshit. It's how we pull it off so smooth.
Yeah, make it look like it's easy. Yeah, once you get it figured out, you seem to be working just fine. You don't hear the other stuff in the background. You're talking. Everything's good. We got, let's see. I'll give you a second to figure it out. So we got Parlus, Prepping to Endure, the Redneck Prepper, WTF SoCal, Blue 823, Brian Marks, which has just jumped in there. ZPD Survival, Shane Locke, Bad Billy 429, Parlus, J. Greg Campbell, Brian Marks, Drive Shaft Drew, This thing keeps trying to bounce back up. Dry shot true. Still in logs. And Robin Jones. Red October. Southern Style 357. Hidden Pneumastit. I don't know if I said that right. Midwest Misfit. And did I make it to the bottom yet? And that's it so far. So thanks for showing up. That at least commenting. We got 25 viewers we had earlier. Now we got 20. All right, Brian, how's life treating you?
Misfit's trying to insult us. He said, question for the panel. Due to the age range, is Cialis or Viagra, which one's a better option? I've never took Viagra, but I have took Cialis. It works really good.
I haven't tried any of those yet.
Well, make sure you get a female nearby.
What's that?
So make sure you got a female nearby.
Holy shit. Yeah, or that'll keep it from rolling over.
I've never tried it. I was always afraid to.
I had a buddy that took one of those one time, and I heard some horror stories. I heard his horror story, so I've been like, I'm going to stay away from that shit.
I'm pretty young, too, so I figured that
it
would probably not turn out good at all.
Yeah, you get into your late 40s before you even think about shit like that.
Yeah, because I tried it once and I fucking like put it in. I fucking went like that. It got stuck in my throat. Man, I walked around with a stiff neck for like 5 fucking days.
Hey, after 4 hours, you're supposed to call a doctor, Blue.
You know, I don't read the warning labels that much. I mean, I kind of like to wing it.
Well, most people don't know that if it, once you visit the ER after 4 hours, the way that they get the erection to go down is with the really big needle.
No, don't tell them.
They drain the blood from it.
Oh, damn, you told them.
All right, let's hear from these guys over here. We have Brian Marks. We got Red October. One of you guys got to talk. My wife will.
I just jumped on here to say, Rick, is your shit's covered? That's all I came on here to say.
You want to hear it from the man. Go ahead, TR. Let's hear it.
Rick, is your sex covered?
That's how you do it, brother. It's funny, too, because every time TR says that, I think, man, I hope Red's around here somewhere.
I can't help but say every time I'm around Rick, I'm like, here's Rick, is your sex covered? Here's Rick, is your sex covered? And Rick's not in his fucking channel name. I just say it any fucking way. I don't know why.
I know everybody that, maybe that's why I don't have any subscribers. They're all looking for Rick, is your sex covered? I can't find his channel.
Who was it down at Farmageddon asked everybody to do a shout out for Red? Because I mean, he's always been out in the external and stuff. Who went around
That
the
was
video
Connor.
camera? All right.
Yeah, Chuck
Connors. Yeah, Red commented on my thing. I said it sucks to be you, Red. And Pops is all, hey, now don't say that. I'm all, well, what I meant to say was it sucks that you're not here. You got it, Brian? How's your channel going? You got any videos out?
You was here
Tell us about
earlier. Yeah, you was here earlier, Brian. What happened? There you are.
There he is.
He figured out his mute button,
He did.
I think.
Hey, Red. So until Brian jumps back on here, that place you talked about, or that video you had, I have pictures of that same spot in Waco, Texas, where where all that iron, basically those statues are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, exactly. That was in Waco, and we went to go visit the Magnolia Farm, the Chip and Joanna on HD TV or whatever. We had to stop by there to, just check out the bridge and stuff.
Yeah, that's a cool place.
Yeah, pretty cool. It's growing. Waco's. I don't live in Waco, just FYI. But yeah, Waco's growing pretty big. It's just.
Yeah, they got an In-N-Out now.
Exactly. How's everybody been doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, TR, I just want you to know it's not that I didn't want to come on the show or nothing. I've been so busy with just life and stuff, but I miss coming on there. So don't think I don't want it.
I know you ain't been on there in a bit, so I quit sending you an invite. But if you're ever in the external and you say send me a link, it's there.
Okay, I'm gonna say code word. Rick is your 6 covered, and you can send that over.
There you go. I know you're a busy man. I didn't mean to throw any pressure on you trying to get you on the chats, but if you're ever available and you're in the external, and say, hey, TR, send me a link. Or, hey, Rick, is your 6 covered? You got to say it with the accent. I don't know how you do it when you're typing.
Yeah.
You got to put IZ is your IZUR.
Yeah, I might have to put like 2 R's on your or something like that. I don't know.
We'll come up with that. I saw that video or that when Chuck was going around and you were like, who's this? Busy Rizza Gizza? And you're like, no, it's a Red October. And you're like, oh, of course. That made me laugh.
Well, cool, brother. All right, so we got Brian. You able to talk yet? I'm trying to go in order here. Anybody got questions for us? We got Joe ATF Stuck questions for us, and then Greg Campbell. Or tell us something you hate about our channel or like about it.
I love all of you guys' channels. You guys make my night every night.
So long time.
Yep, love you a long time.
Okay, Rick, I got a question for you. So what happened to the competition between you and Pops? Tell us the truth.
So the competition went down. I thought I was doing pretty good. So I believe I don't remember what my time was, but I'm pretty sure I beat Pops pretty good. Not like crazy good. But then there was this guy named Nick that showed up, and he fucking kicked everybody's ass. The guy is a freaking Terminator ninja.
Nick the operator, yeah.
Nick the operator, yeah. So I did okay until he showed up, and then I didn't do so well.
So that's why there's no video of you and Pops having the competition, because Nick blew you away, or what?
No, there was just so much shit going on. So basically I ran a lot of people through the course, and there should be tons of footage because I turned around, there's 5 people recording me at one time. And then, I don't know. But basically, all our stuff was on a piece of paper of our times.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a Pops competition with Rick kind of thing. It was just we all went. We put our times down on a piece of paper.
And Rick, I hate to tell you, but I think that Pops actually beat you by like 1.5 seconds on his last run. So I think he overtook.
Oh, maybe he did.
I think he overtook the lead because you guys had that little YouTube thing going on for months before, because you guys were doing the reloads, you were doing I challenge you to this, I challenge you to that. But I think whenever it came down to it, it was a matter of a second, and I can't remember which one, but for some reason I wanted to, but oh no, I hate to say I'm 100% sure it was Pops, because whenever like he did his last round, I was like, oh, no matter what, we have to make sure that we cut your time down by this much just to make Rick think that he'd lost. And like I went back to write the time down, like, fuck, he actually lost, but it was like by a second, if even that.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, I came in third then. I wasn't even thinking about Pops. I was more worried about trying to catch Nick, and there was no way possible I was going to catch
You ain't catching Nick. No.
Nick was phenomenal.
That dude is fucking. He's on it. He's on it.
He looks like he used to be Delta Force or something.
He works for the military, or did, and all he ever did, he told me that basically they handed him buckets, and I mean buckets of ammo, and they just said, shoot this. That was his job all day long.
He works for Skynet. He's a fucking Terminator. I'm telling you.
He's badass. I'll tell you that much. I still can shoot better than him in the shotgun, though. But other than that, he kicked my ass.
I never saw anybody in the military that could run that course that well.
That dude,
that guy was phenomenal.
That dude had arms as big as my leg. The guy was badass. He'd be the guy you'd want on your side because you wouldn't want him on
no, yeah, I wouldn't want him against me.
He was a cool dude. And the best part was he was very down to earth.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he kicked all our asses, and then he was very
Humble.
humble. Yeah, that's the word.
Hey, TR, those 6-shooters, man, they look pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I run those cold, especially when I did it with 2 hands. I had never shot those 6-shooters 2-handed before. You know, 1 hand, just bam, bam, bam. I had never done it. That was the first time I had ever done that. And I ended up shooting better with my left hand than I did my right hand, which was weird.
I was about to say, TR, you might just switch over to being southpaw because you shoot better with your left hand than you do your right.
I think I just took more time with my left hand. That 1 second or half second that I took to aim because I knew I'd suck with my left hand. My right hand, I just threw it up and pulled the trigger, and I was like, oh, fuck, I missed. You know?
I think you're right. I think when I shoot with my offhand, I'm left-handed. When I shoot with my right hand, I take more time and aim better than I do with my left. So yeah, there's something to that. Yeah, there is a video of Nick shooting. I've seen it. Can't remember whose channel it was on though.
It's got to be Coda Boy. I think Coda Boy was the only one that was like smart enough to grab his fucking phone and run with him.
Yeah, he was probably the only one fast enough to run with him.
Yeah, I was about to say, running with him, you'd have to. There's no way I could keep up with him.
He kicked ass. I mean, I always give it up for the guy that can kick ass. That dude, he did good.
I'm not going to make fun of Coda Boy, but the one time out of all the YouTubers that were there, I mean, they were cameras rolling the entire time, but for 5 minutes, Coda Boy did the fucking. He was just kind of like practicing. He did the 5-star, and he went to go do the pistol course, and he fell on his ass.
Oh,
and
no.
It was all we were like, fuck, nobody had a camera on. And you could see it. It was like slow motion. You could tell, you know, when like somebody's running and they start stumbling and they're like, it's like a slow, you just see them keep leaning forward. Oh, yeah, he's going down. Boom. And, you know, we all were joking around. Man, you should have just rolled over on your stomach and took those first 2 targets out and then got up, you know?
Hey, TR, I noticed, and this is not to talk about Coda Boy, but he's a big dude. I didn't realize he was a big guy.
Oh, he's a big guy.
He's like 6'3" probably.
If he does I don't think he'll do it, and I'm not expecting him to. But throughout the whole weekend, every time he had the camera on, he'd keep swinging around. Hey, there's TR Prepper. I don't know how many. I must have heard that seemed like 50 fucking times. I don't know if anybody was around me. He's a good dude. He is really, really a cool guy to hang out with.
And I've got to ask a question. I've heard this many, many fucking times. What is with all you assholes asking me or saying, I didn't realize you were this short? I heard that.
You? I'm usually the one that gets that.
How tall are you, Blue?
Like 5'9".
Yeah, because on camera you look like you're at least 6 feet tall.
Yeah, this is the pose you get. You know what? Yeah, this is pretty menacing because the fucking camera's angled up.
Yep.
Everybody was like, "Holy Christ, you're a lot shorter than I expected." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm not that short.
Well, you know, take it like John Wick. I thought you would be taller. You know, take it as a compliment. Yeah.
That's what they were doing.
What'd you say, 5'9"?
I thought you were taller in person than I thought you were. I thought you were
TR's tall son of a bitch if you haven't met him.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as an insult. Is this
I
like
was pretty close to Rick, but TR and me, like TR had like 2 inches on me even.
Yeah, you're probably an inch taller than me.
that's
Maybe
what she said.
Yes, she did.
All right, Brian, you there?
I think I got it. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Holy good. I had a crappy iPad. I was trying to figure out. I could see you guys, but I couldn't hear anything. So I went on my phone and downloaded it and figured it out.
Cool.
What app did you have to download, Brian?
The Google Hangouts app.
Oh yeah, the Hangouts. Okay.
Yeah.
I never could get it to work on my phone either until I downloaded that one, but I hate it because you can't really see the side chat.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, you
Yeah,
can, but you have
yeah.
to set up 2 windows and you have to keep switching back and forth. You can't split the screen or anything like you can on a computer.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I remember watching Rick's chat one day, and you had a guy on there, and he couldn't figure it out. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever.
Yeah,
heard.
that was fucking. Hello, Gun Nation.
Oh my god, it was rolling.
That was funny as hell. Actually, was it the one where I'm loading ammo?
Yeah, you were loading ammo, and it was just the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hey
Man.
Rick, go to the control room and turn Brian up a little bit if you don't mind. He's,
All right.
Turn him up. He's hard to hear.
He is already here. Let's see what.
the one that
Guys.
looks like a handle on it on the left side. You can turn his volume up.
All right.
Now, guys, if I ever do make it to the farm, you're going to have to give me a 5-minute handicap on shooting the course. Because walking with a cane, I'm not going to be able to do that course very fast. I might be accurate, but I won't be fast.
It's not that kind of competition.
All right. Talk real quick, Brian.
What's going on? Can you hear me? Check, check.
Yeah,
check.
Yeah, there you go.
that sounds better.
Yep. Hey, we can see you now.
Yeah, turn my camera on.
Right on.
How's Joe? Joe, did you make it to the chat?
Yeah, I made it.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, not bad. I was just waiting to get introduced. That's all.
Cool. Tell us, shout yourself out, my friend. Get your, there's millions of people watching this video right now.
I'm just hold on a second.
Want me to give you a minute? Think about it.
No, I'm good. I'm just the ATF sucks, man. That's all I am.
Yeah.
I'm subbed to I think everybody on the panel.
I bet
Yeah,
you
I'm
are.
Blue, Rick, TR. I've been subbed to I think TR the longest.
Yeah, he's the man. I mean, you got to give it up to old TR Prepper.
Mm-hmm.
He's the chat slut of the year.
Yeah. TR's brought a bunch of us people together. He really has.
Yeah,
So-
I have actually reached out to a lot of different communities and tried to pull a lot of people together. I'm kind of proud of that, actually.
And
Yeah,
you
and
should be.
I'm just bored, so bored here at work, not too far away from Blue. I'm in Carn City, so I figured I don't get off till 7 in the morning. So I'm killing
There you
time.
Now, you making videos? Or tell us, do you make a lot of videos, or what's up? Tell us about your channel.
No, I don't make videos. I'm just a subscriber. I just
Okay.
I don't have a camera equipment. I just have my cell phone, so it'd be crappy videos. So,
Oh, like my videos.
but I
I
get
wasn't
on.
going to say anything, Rick, but
That's all good, man. We're here to have fun.
I don't
get
make
on there and
videos
try to
either.
support everybody.
What
I
did you
have no
say?
idea. I have no idea why anybody subs to me. I don't have any content. I don't put up content. I just go to live chats. That's all I do.
I know. You're a chat slut, too.
Yep.
How about you, Brian? How's your channel? Is it growing? You got videos? What are you rocking and rolling lately?
No videos. I've actually been thinking about starting to make some videos. I just need a camera. I got my phone. I could do phone videos, but I just need to get out and do it.
Just do it. It's fun, man. It's good times. Most people that start off probably would be good to hear from everybody, but your first few videos are definitely not of you. Like you're scared to get on camera, kind of, because it's kind of weird. And then after a while, you just say to hell with it and do it.
Yeah,
for sure. All right. Well, let's see here. Where did the redneck prepper go? He's out of here. Didn't get a chance to say hi to him.
He may pop back on.
Yeah.
Six. I hate to do it, man. It is almost 1 a.m. and I've been drinking since about 8 p.m. So yeah, I got to get rolling, buddy.
No problem. I appreciate you showing up. It was really cool meeting you, Blue.
I'm going to make no sense whatsoever here shortly. Even though we did this many nights out at the farm, sitting here just talking to the computer is not the same as seeing you guys, in person. So I'm going to fucking roll out, guys.
All right,
Blue.
yeah, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue.
All right.
My boy, Blue.
See you guys.
You're my boy, Blue.
Be safe out there, Blue.
All right, well, we got another spot.
I would not want to have his job at all.
No.
Redneck Prepper says bandwidth wouldn't hang with him. So.
Bummer, buddy. Next time, maybe. All right, Blue. Got great people out there, that's for sure.
Right on.
So what's your guys' favorite video? What type of video on our channel so I can maybe work on those? You like those what would you do's? Or you like the shooting videos? I'm trying to get some ideas of what you guys are interested in.
I like the what would you do scenarios. I really do. And I like to see the shooting videos too, but the what would you do scenarios, even if I don't comment, it makes me think about what I would do.
Cool. I got another one of those coming out tomorrow, hopefully.
You need to get some what would Rick do bracelets.
There you go. People ask me about this one. This one here I got, this is my second one actually. I wore the first one out. But we're at the Arlington Cemetery, and this was for all the veterans that passed away. It used to say stuff on here, but I wore it all out from just wearing it too much. But as the second one, see, that one's already starting to tear right there.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I go to Arlington, I grab like 5 of them.
Hey, Rick, are you still doing the competitive shooting during the week or once a month? Or
Yeah, on Thursdays, I try to take my son when he's got all his homework and shit done, or as long as he's doing good in school. But yeah, Thursdays, but that's just a local IDPA, just pistol stuff. And then I try to sneak in and get on a Saturday. Right where we're located, there's a ton of places where you can go 3-gun shooting, but I just haven't been able to, with all the stuff going on, I haven't been able to really get out and shoot as much as I wanted to.
You're lucky, Rick. Here where I live in Spokane, if I wanted to shoot IDPA or even 3-gun, I would have to go 1 or 2 states over to even find a place that hosted it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my house, I can go almost in every direction within 45 minutes to an hour in on any given Saturday and find a 3-gun place.
Not here. If I had the land, I'd start up one, but I don't have the land.
Yeah.
yeah, I've been looking online. I'm out in California. Not too many gun competitions down here, but I think there's a couple.
Well, the best part is you get to go shoot and move and stuff. Like if you go to the range, there's so many rules, which are good to keep you safe. You don't get to learn much. Like you can't really practice stuff that you would really want to get better at. I mean, accuracy on a target that doesn't move is good, but once you just move a little bit when you're shooting, it's a whole nother magic trick.
Yeah, that's another problem we have here. Even the outdoor ranges, it's, you know, you're regulated to 1 shot per second. You can't draw from the holster. You can't draw from concealment. You can't move. So it's, you know, you're poking holes in paper. That's not really good training.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than no training, but yeah, I mean, yeah, because like you said, you can't even, a lot of places you can't even draw from a holster. Luckily, the place I go to, the shooting range guys, they know me enough where sometimes I'll move the thing and I'll just draw, or I'll draw over the little bench with my timer and stuff. So they don't really care what I'm doing in there when there's not many people in there, but they don't really let other people do that. But I've been going there, you know, at least once a week forever now.
The only way I would be able to do that here is if, you know, after hours when the range is shut down, and you rent the range out for an hour and there's nobody in there but you. But, you know, I can't afford to rent the whole range out for an hour, you know. And even then you've got a range officer in there, which is not a bad idea. But, you know, I'm trying to find somebody that has some private land, because we used to could go shoot on BLM land, but the people that went there and shot just trashed the place. And what was it, 3 months ago, they were setting off propane tanks and set the woods on fire, caused a forest fire. So they shut that down. You can't go in there and shoot anymore, which I hate. I mean, you know, if you're going in on BLM, if you're going in on any private land or BLM land, pack out what you pack in. You know, clean up after yourself. Don't leave all this crap laying out there. It just ruins it for everybody else.
Yep, I work for the Forest Service, and we share a station with BLM, and we go out all the time cleaning up ranges, and people haul like washers and dryers out there and shit.
Yep.
And it's like, what are you guys doing? You just ruin it for yourselves.
We would go up there and shoot. We would go up there and shoot and drag a trailer behind the behind my Suburban, and we would haul off those, you know, computers and washers and dryers and refrigerators and stuff. We'd haul them down to the local landfill just to keep the range open, because people just put that crap out there, shoot the hell out of it, and leave it there. It's those kind of people really piss me off.
Yeah, because it's hard enough to find a spot to shoot, let alone losing the spots that we do have.
Yeah.
I've only shot at a couple of indoor ranges, and I've never been real impressed with indoor ranges. I know, like, for a lot of people, that's the only place to shoot, but you know, where I grow up, there's thousands of acres that I'm surrounded by that you can shoot anywhere.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I'm wanting to move back to South Carolina and get, you know, 5 or 10 acres of land. That's what we're looking for. We've been looking for it for a year and a half now, and every time I find a place that I like, Julia poo-poos on the house or the kitchen or something about the house, and I'm like, but it's got 10 acres of land. We can fix the house. We can remodel the house.
You're like, I don't give a shit what the house looks like.
I want 10 acres of land.
There's a perfect backstop right there.
Yeah.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm using too much data on my phone, but I want to appreciate you inviting us in, giving us our 10 minutes of fame. I'll go back to the side chat on my side chat on the work computer.
All right, brother. I appreciate you showing up.
So thanks everybody, and I hope to meet you and TR in real life someday. So
hey, ATF, it's great just to get to talk to you. You know?
Yeah, it's been a while, man. We haven't talked since Smurfhead chats.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So thanks again, guys. Later.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Rick, I got to cut out too. My phone's about to die, but I'll be on the side chat listening for a bit. So.
All right, man. Thanks, Rick, for showing up.
Yeah. With that said, Rick is your 6 covered. Later, guys. Bye.
Later, Ed.
I think TR's gonna get out of here too. He's had a long day.
Yeah, been a long day. Been a rough week. So anyway, well, not rough. It's just been a busy week. So
I hear you. I appreciate
Rick.
it. It has been a long week. As soon as I got off Armageddon, I got on an airplane again and just headed back to the same place I just was 3 days before that. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. It's going to take a week or two to get back in kilter or whatever. Anyway, later, guys, and appreciate you letting me do an after chat there, Rick, and y'all continue on by all means.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up.
Night TR, see you on Tuesday.
Yep.
Hope your last Tuesday was fun.
Yeah. I listened to it on the way home from Nashville, actually. I had to catch the replay. Good chat. Blue did a good job.
He did. He did a really good job.
All right. Later, guys.
Night.
How we going? Yeah, I just got Verizon with that all, what was it, unlimited data plan? I'm not on it right now, but hopefully I don't get some crazy bill because I didn't read the fine print or something. There
Yeah, I
we
got
go. There's
work, so I'm just using that.
Where are you, your Forest Service, what state are you in?
California.
Okay.
I'm
What
up
county?
in,
What forest?
The Inyo. I'm up in Mammoth Lakes
Okay.
on the east side of the Sierras.
2 hours away. We got the Cleveland near us and the Palomar.
ZPD, scroll up just about 2 inches and the Hangout link is there. ZPD just downloaded Chrome, so he's trying to get in here.
Oh, yeah, just scroll up on the thing. Oh, here, I'll just do this. Yeah, come in and talk for a little bit. And then
yeah, I don't have a wrench on this chat, so I can't post anything.
So still in logs asked if IDPA has power factors like IBSIC does. Actually, the place that we go to, there may be more rules that we don't utilize, but there is no power factor. It's just a matter of accuracy and time. They have done quite a few changes where instead of doing half seconds, they're full seconds now. There's basically on the head of the target, there's I don't know what size that is, 6-inch, 3-inch circle or whatever it is. And now that's a 0 instead of the whole thing. Everything else is a second around the head. So there's been a few changes over this last year, but for the most part, it's all basically the same. No power factors that I'm aware of. It's just a matter of accuracy and time. They have done quite a few changes. There we go. So we're back to muted on that. On the head of the target, there's a, I don't know, size of a 6-inch, 3-inch circle or whatever it is. You got to mute your. Everything else is a second around the head. So there's been a few ones.
Here we go.
Here we go. Hello, Gun Nation. So pause the YouTube video one, the one you were watching earlier before you jumped on, and then now you're on the Google one. You there, ZPD?
So Rick, IPSC and IPDA, they do have different categories for which guns you can use, right? And how do they?
I got it.
Well, you have like, well, depending on how you classify it, there's basically like an open division, a limited division. If you want to get real crazy, like if you went to a big competition that I don't go to, mine's more of just the local guys shooting, having fun, bullshitting. But then they classify it into different types of firearms so that you're competing with the same kind of people. So like say you, now there's requirements, like it would have to fit into a box and certain things and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of rules, but you would basically, if you're going to shoot against somebody, like the one we're at, you can basically bring any pistol and shoot against all the same guys because it's for fun. Where if you went to a real IDPA competition, you would only compete against guys with the same type of gun that you have to keep it.
So where you're at, you can shoot with a revolver or an automatic.
Yeah, you would, if you're going to shoot revolver, say the guy wants to practice his revolver stuff, he's just going to shoot with the revolver, and he's going to be timed with the rest of everybody, shooting semi-autos. You know, some guys are shooting like Glock 43s where they only have 6 rounds, so they're reloading more than the guy that is set up different. So, but they just do it for fun. It's, you know, a lot of guys grab their carry gun just to make sure they're proficient with it.
I think both the organizations are great for you know, practicing defensive shooting, because you're having to move and shoot at the same time. You're not just sitting stationary and shooting at a stationary target.
Well, so, IPSC and I always screw this up. Whatever. It's too late. They're completely different than IDPA, for the fact is there's rules like where you can reload, where like IPSC and USPSA is more fast. You know, you still have to be accurate, but it's more about speed than hiding behind a barricade when you're engaging a target, where the other one, you could be just walking. You don't have to hide behind anything as you're reloading. You know, there's different rules.
Yeah, I would, for me personally, because I have limited mobility, hiding behind cover means more to me than how fast I shoot.
Yeah, and that's a good one for people that do have, you know, like you said earlier, cane or whatever. You can compete in those pretty good, and not have to. Those aren't, with those rules in place, those will help you. It's because it's not as fast. Like, I'll run to the next target where I can run, but it's not like everything's a run. Because I'm just trying to get an extra second or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I could use it. Yeah, and like ATS, so there's open class, which, yeah, I mean, like 3-gun, the open class kind of stuff is you can have whatever you you know, you can have a shotgun that holds 50 rounds if you wanted to, or like
or you just have an 870 that holds 5 rounds.
Yeah, so it just keeps everybody in the same thing. There's not that many people that shoot open class though. Most people are shooting like practical or limited, because that's where all the big competitors are, really.
I think as long as you're shooting, even if it's on a static range, at least you're shooting, you know?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Now, there's going to be better training for different things, but me, I walk with a cane. I don't move very fast. I don't. But I know how to get down behind the engine block of my truck and, you know, find cover, or not cover, but cover, not concealment. Something that I'm not going to get shot through. But yeah, I'm not gonna get out from behind that cover. I'm gonna stay there and do what I have to do, because I know I'm slow. I can't run, so I'm gonna have to fight.
Yeah. I was answering a question here. Basically, still in logs, he says he's going to pick up a Glock, deciding between the 17 and the 22. But before we answer that question, we got ZPD Survival, and he has a story he wants to tell us.
Right on.
I think. Hopefully.
A story? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's working.
I don't know. Come say hi.
Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm just hanging out. It's a Sunday night. It actually feels like a Saturday or Friday night. I do have to work tomorrow, but I make my own schedule, so that's cool. And just hanging out, man. Maybe I'll think of one.
You do have what?
I do have stories, so maybe I will think of one.
All right.
ZPD, what album cover is your icon? Because I'm seeing
What album?
Yeah, what album cover is your icon made out of? Because I'm seeing a guitar and, you know, some eyes and some ears and some mountains.
Well, I drew that when I lived in North Carolina. I drew that when I lived in North Carolina back in '94.
I'm just messing with you, man. I think that's a cool icon.
No, that's cool.
Because
oh yeah, it's the whole thing. It's like the tree in the middle with the eye, watching the whole world go around.
Yeah.
You know, from man to woman to river to stream, music, and all the animals.
It makes you actually look and think. Yeah.
In North Carolina back in '94 on my tour. I did a lot of drawing down there. It's really nice for the winter time.
What part of North Carolina?
So yeah, stories I could tell you over 2,000 miles of bike travel and surviving on the streets and everything from 22 years ago. But then I could also tell you daily stories about work, which is interesting.
Just tell us about your channel. How many subs you at? What kind of videos? If you're doing videos, working on anything.
Just made a lot of video work today. I was using the chainsaw, clearing out the swamp kind of bog area. It's nothing big trees or nothing, but just clearing for the for other growth and for visual. And yeah, I might put that up. People were asking about it last night, like chainsaw work, but it's nothing spectacular. It is a lot of little small stuff, which can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. You know, that stuff whips around a lot. But I had fun today for 4 hours out there. A lot of video shooting.
I knew that shit was gonna pop up.
Rick's a sawyer if you need
No,
any
yeah,
help.
I know. I remember that. I know. I could have Rick guide me. He could tell me. He's taught me a lot about rope stuff and all that kind of thing. And I've got my whole kit like building right now. I just need the correct that I need for actually repelling.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you like the rope videos.
No, yeah, man.
I appreciate it. That's the thing, is it's hard to find out what people like. Like, I'll spend a lot of time on a video and then it won't get any views. I'll fucking whip one out without doing anything and people like it. And I'm like, who knows?
Well, it's your title.
Yeah. It's
a search title, and then also your, the stuff you put into the tags. Your search title is going to be like, how do I fix this? Or what happens when, like, a car ran into my door? I don't know. You think it up. And it's hit or miss. And if somebody's out there looking, they're going to find it. And they're going to, like my most popular video right now, only over 1,000 views. Bring apart of a power washer motor that, from something that's broken, just to look into the inside of it and see how it works.
That's cool.
Rick tried to teach me how to tie knots. That's why I have Velcro on my shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An awesome animatedknots.com is an awesome resource. It's an animated, any knot you ever want to know how to tie, they have it animated on how to tie it. And I think last time I was on there, they had it in like categories from like what kind of knot you need. Like if you're looking at like climbing knots or just multi-use knots, you can search through there and it shows you how to tie the knots, because knots are like anything else. I've done a lot of high angle rescue and a lot of climbing. If you don't practice your knots, I mean, it's easy to lose or forget how to tie them.
And what I said about Rick trying to teach me to tie knots is no reflection on Rick. It's just me. I just don't get it. I've tried and tried. If I need a knot tied, I just hand it to my wife. She knows how to tie all of them. She gets
Check out animatedknots.com.
Animatedknots.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an awesome resource on how to tie knots.
Yeah, I know how to tie like 3 knots. That's about it. Anything that gets complicated, yeah, I can't do it. I just can't.
One knot I like, I know all the time is one to tie down like a kayak or a canoe on top of your car. And I was taught by this guy when I first put a canoe on top of my car. He taught me this one knot. It's a slip knot in a way. It's like just a simple thing that's like just like pulled in a certain direction. It's a sailor's knot or something. Rick would know.
Is that the same knot that they use to tie down aircraft with? You flip it over twice and pull it through the middle, and it will not slip, but it's really easy to untie.
Right. So yeah, it's just like that, and it's got a lot of strength the more you pull down. Yeah. It's just like, you know, it goes around the line that, you know, you put it through and then go down and then come back up. And you put it around the line and put the direction of the last of the line going up on a pull or down on a pull.
Directional figure 8?
Something like that.
Or like a half hitch?
Yeah, that could be what it is. Just when you pull it down, it's strength and it's friction against going the other way. And then you can pull it out or just cut it if you want.
There's quite a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
So Rick, how long you been into reloading?
Shotgun shells for a long time, like probably 20-something years. And then pistol stuff just recently, like the last year and a half.
I know you recommended the Square Deal B because I'm thinking about getting into it. Researching that, and then for not much more, you can buy I think it's a 550 Dylan.
That's what I was going to say. If you're going to do rifle rounds, you're going to want to get something different. That's where I basically bought the Deal Square B off of a friend of mine for a good price. And then, but it only does pistol stuff, which is cool because what I want to do is I want to get a 650. And then I can do pistol and rifle on that one, but then just set up the Dylan for, or the Deal Square B for, the Affinity loads a certain, it's not a stock kind of 40 cal height stuff. It's set up differently. So just kind of leave that one just for that gun. And then just make a few hundred rounds every time I need it.
So Rick, for somebody that's just getting into it, would you suggest a single press round or a single round press or a turret press, depending on money?
Well, here's a good example. So Coda Boy 32, he just bought a single stage press.
Mm-hmm.
And he can make ammunition. Like the reason to have ammunition originally started with like prepping, like, so, you know, if you can't buy ammo, I can make ammo kind of thing. But then if you shoot a lot, then you're like, well, then you got to figure out what your hours worth. Like, like you could sit in the garage for 12 hours and bust out X amount of ammo, but you may only shoot that, like say it took you 12 hours to build X amount of ammo, but it's going to take you a year to shoot that, then that's probably all you need. But if you're going to make X amount of ammo and it's only going to last for one day, you know, or 2 days, then you might want to say, I need to, in order to make my hour of loading ammo worthwhile, because for like a 650, you can basically load 650 rounds in an hour. Like, use that as an example. A Dylan Square B, you may be able to load 200 rounds in an hour, depending on how good you are. And then a single stage press, shit, it might take you an hour to make 50 rounds. Now, I'm not saying that those numbers are correct. It depends on the person doing it, but it depends on how much you shoot. But if you can make ammo, however you can do it, single stage press, some badass $1,000 freaking monster bitchin' gizmo gadget, doesn't matter. If it works, then it's definitely worth it. You're not going to save much money but you'll shoot more, basically, is what will happen.
Yeah, that's the way I've always heard it, is you don't save money reloading, you just get to shoot more for the same amount of money.
But you're still going to want that single stage press for when you're doing, like, say you want to build a bitchin' round that's, say you got a new, I don't know, 280 Remington hunting rifle or something, and you want to design a round for that rifle that's just spot on, perfectly, just groups within a dime at 100 yards, 200 yards, and 300 yards. You don't need 1,000 rounds of that shit, but you need to be able to make it precise. So you don't want to build precision ammo on a freaking, one that's making 650 in an hour.
Yeah, you want to have if you want to make a precision round, you want to have as much control over how that round is put together as possible. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah,
like a hunting rifle, you're not going to shoot like you would an AR or something. You may go out and hunt for the season and only, use 2 boxes where you may you may shoot 1,000 rounds in one day with a 223 or something.
And if you're into long range shooting, competition shooting, you're going to want to have as much control over how that round's put together as possible.
Yeah. See, like Robin Jones, she's a reloader, but I can't remember what model she had. I think it's a Dillon, but I can't remember which model it is. She might have said a hot fire. Oh, the 550B. Yeah. See, and that's a good one. That one you have to crank over, kind of like my mech shotgun one. You basically have to crank it over the next stage each time.
But it doesn't automatically advance? You have to crank it over manually?
Yeah, TR has that model. That's the 650 does. I would love to have a 650.
Yeah, if you're in about another year in California, you're not going to be able to buy ammo online anymore. So,
I know
the gun store charges an arm and a leg for it. So,
the rules just keep getting worse and worse and worse. Well, now you can only buy, before you could buy only 1 pistol a month, I think is what it was. And now they're going to do that with rifles.
Yep.
So that sucks.
Well, everybody tells everybody in California to get the hell out of California. I say stay in California and change the fucking laws. Use the boat.
I did for so long, and you can't win. There's too many libtards, and your vote does not do shit.
Well, California's like the testing ground, kind of like whatever they throw shit at the wall and whatever sticks, it's gonna start migrating, east eventually.
I've never lived in California, but I've worked there as a truck driver, and I hated it every time I had to cross into California. It's just the laws are so weird.
They'll hit you with 50, and if they only get 10, they're doing good. And then next year they'll hit you with 50. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but they'll hit you with 5 real ones. And one of them may stick, but they're doing it every freaking time. So over the course of 10 years, they got at least 10 on you. The Brady Bill and all the other shit, and the mag this and the pistol grip that, and oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I got my CCW. That was a big milestone for me, so I'm glad I got that. But
if you've got a CCW in California, you're a unicorn. You really are.
He lives in a good state or county, though.
Well, my parents live in LA County. They live in Palmdale down there. I'm sure you know where that's at, Rick. And I work here in Smith, and then I every 4 days I drive down to Palmdale to pick up my daughter for 3 days, and I'm down there. So I'm traveling a lot. So I'm kind of lucky to be using this address, but somewhat living.
How does a CCW work in California? Is it statewide or is it just county by county?
It's statewide.
Yeah. The hard part is just getting it. Once you have it, it's like every other state, basically.
Yeah, but then if I move, to LA County, I don't know. I'd probably end up losing it because they probably wouldn't grant it to me there. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd be very careful with that one.
Yeah.
But then if I ever had to use it, like I was like, oh, I'll just use this address, you know. But then I'm like, well, shit, if I ever get in, that shit's gonna come out that I'm not actually. If I end up moving and I keep using my other address, you know, it kind of come around and bite you. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one in Riverside County, and the guys there that were cool. One of them was really cool, but it wasn't too hard to get it, but I had a pretty easy reason to get one. So it was.
So I know how the Fed and ATF categorizes black powder revolvers. They're not categorized as a firearm. Because I used to drive truck, so I couldn't carry a Glock in my truck, but I could carry a black powder 6-shooter in my truck. That was legal because it wasn't considered a firearm by the ATF. But how does that work in California?
I have no idea.
Because I've carried a black powder revolver into California several times when I was driving truck, but I never got pulled over and had the truck searched. Just wondering.
I think it would depend on the officer. How much of
I'm sure they're illegal here.
It is true though. You can go right in and buy a black powder gun without walk right out with it.
Yeah.
So maybe you'd be okay.
Heck, some states it's illegal to have ammunition. I mean, there's people in prison that get put in prison for having ammunition in their vehicle.
There's a lot of states that if you have more than 500 rounds in your house, that's illegal. I don't get it, but that's the state law.
Well, and that's some of the stupid rules too. If you go, it's like California, I can't remember what the number was. And I don't even know if it ended up passing. But the amount of ammo that you would buy at a store, whatever it was, couldn't remember what the number was. But you actually needed way more than that to even go compete. Because like if you go do 3-gun, you need you want 150 at 5.56. You need at least 150 of the shotgun and like 150 of the pistol. And there's basically the way they had wrote the law or the one they were trying to push. You couldn't even go to a match because you had more ammo than you're allowed to carry, or you couldn't even go into the store to buy ammo for the one competition. You'd have to hit 5 stores just to be able to shoot that day.
I'm not sure if that law passed, but I know they just passed a law where they're going to be doing background checks on ammunition, and they're limited to 100 rounds per month purchasing.
Yeah, there'll be no more online sales or any of that crap. Let me turn you up, Misfit.
We're trying to pass. There's bills in the works now that basically, if you're a gun owner, you are an unsafe individual, and you basically, if you have kids, you have to get rid of your guns, or you can't have kids. There's bills that are trying to get passed, shit like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, either that or you have to have your guns locked in the safe, and your ammo they have to be unloaded, locked in the safe, and your ammo locked in a different location.
Yeah, when I bought my last gun, the long gun, I had to give the make, the model, all the safe that I had, which I all made up on the fly because I don't have a safe right now. But I had to prove that I had somewhere to put it and store it and where it was and all this shit. It was ridiculous.
Be right back, guys. Keep the chat going.
I don't really think that's a bad idea. I think it's a bad law. I mean, what I'm saying is all of my kids are grown. They're adults. They know how to handle guns. I taught them how to handle guns, but their kids come over here all the time. So I don't want, you know, my grandkids to be able to find a gun that's just propped up against a wall or, you know, in a drawer or someplace. So I have safes that I keep my guns in, but they're always loaded with one in the chamber in the safe, and I always have one on my body.
Yeah, it's all
And
education. It's how you raise your kids. I mean, everyone's got a big ass kitchen knife in the kitchen. You teach your kids not to play with kitchen knives. It's the same thing with firearms.
It's the same thing, yeah. That knife's sharp, don't touch it. That stove is hot, don't touch it, you know.
People make a big deal about guns, but I mean, honestly, if you look at the accidents where kids are involved and are maimed or killed, I mean, guns are really low on the list. I mean, you have accidental poisoning are probably real high on the list. There's so many different things that, you know, hinder a kid or can hurt a kid, but I mean, for some reason they just go after guns.
Well, we made it this like, we don't educate kids about it. We don't talk about it. So when they see one or find one, it's like this mystery unicorn that they've been hearing about, and they don't want to see what it's. We're not educating the kids. Like, I mean, I'm only 29. I'm not an older guy or anything, but back in the day, it's you teach your kids to not play with guns, and you taught them if they found a gun, what they do when they do find a gun.
Well, my thing is laws like that just make so many assumptions. Number one, it starts from a place of assuming that everybody has kids running around their house, which is just not the case. Like for instance, my living situation, me and my girl, we don't have kids. We don't obviously have any grandkids running around. And last time I checked, my house is a locked container. So,
but if you did have kids running around Misfit, I'm sure you would tell the kids and start teaching them from a young age.
Actually, I just believe in Darwinism. So
like it's like a sharp knife or a hot stove. Don't touch it.
Yeah, I think most kids they haven't been taught, and you know they see their parents with those you know weapons, and you might like curiously like be checking them out, and then boom, haven't been taught anything. My grandfather started teaching.
Go ahead.
My grandfather started teaching me when I was 5.
Yep.
It was like he gave me a BB pistol or BB rifle, one of the old ones. This was back in probably 72.
Oh, so a
71.
Daisy. So Daisy.
And it has written right on the buttstock. It says, "Never point this. Always be a responsible rifle owner." And he made me memorize that. And then he let me go wild in the neighborhood. I could shoot wherever I wanted to. There's houses. It was like the World War II after thing of suburbia. But he has houses and stuff like that, and I was able to just shoot wherever I wanted to, and I could do it responsibly. And that's what he taught me. First thing he taught me that never point a rifle at somebody you do not want to kill.
When I was in high school, it was pretty much mandatory that you took hunter safety, and it was all. I mean, it was in gym class, and you had to. If you didn't take hunter safety, you had to get a letter from your parents stating why you were not taking hunter safety.
Yep.
And I remember when I had it, it was like the day after the Columbine shooting happened. We brought like the gym teacher. He probably brought in like 15 or 20 firearms, I mean pistols, rifles, into the school, and we had them all out in the gym, and he was like showing us what they were, how the action worked on all of them.
Well, it's just education, man. Like my parents, they're not that into guns at all, and they think I'm fucking wacko for carrying a gun. They think it's just gonna like go off. They won't even really want me carrying it in the house because they're not anti-gun. They just think that, you know, oh, the chances of you needing that are 1 in a billion. You know, you're gonna walk around all scared all day, thinking people are after you. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Hey, man,
you know what? When my grandfather died, okay, and then my grandfather was a Republican dude, and my grandmother was a Democratic woman. all fought the war. They lived through the Depression. I got to experience both sides of their picture as I grew up. You know, here I am at about 19 years old. And, oh, you're adjusting my audio. Okay. I'm 19 years old. My grandfather dies. And my grandmother's like, you know, I said, can I have my grandfather's weapons? Because he had really cool weapons. And she's like, I gave them all away to the cleaning lady's husband.
Oh,
Now, why would you? Now she goes. Now, why would you want a weapon? Why would you want a rifle? And at that point, I was kind of one of those flower child generation people, you know, like nature and all that kind of thing. But I knew I wanted a weapon, and I knew I wanted his that he taught me all about. All of them were gone.
Yes.
You know, I finally had to, I went through this whole thing. I was like, why do I want a weapon? You know, and I went on in and out and in and out, you know, all this different stuff. And then finally I'm weaponized. You know, just like if my grandfather had left me his weapons for me. And some of those, I've studied like online, like some of those rifles and stuff we had are worth a lot of money now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell my parents, I'm like, well, you buy a fire extinguisher for your house, are you just like waiting for your fucking kitchen to catch on fire? No, you have it just in case the fire happens. I mean, it's the same thing with a gun. Like, you can't, it's just in case.
Exactly. And everybody forgets, I mean, it is for protection, but it's a great family sport. Shane Locke, I hope I'm saying that right, Lockie or Locke. Like my kids, as soon as they were old enough, I mean, they had my son had a BB gun. Actually, when the Twin Towers fell, he wasn't even born yet. And I ordered him a special edition Red Ryder BB gun in commemoration of the 343. The 343 firefighters that passed away on that. But as soon as he was old enough, because my daughter's a couple years younger than him, we were shooting BB guns. I mean, and he's always shot. My daughter's always shot. And once they're old enough to both shoot, I had them competing at home, like against each other. And I'd be like, whoever gets 3 bullseyes first gets $5 or whatever. You know, I wanted them to be accurate. I wanted them to grow up and love the firearms as a sport, you know, and as protection as well. But I wanted them not to just think of this piece of metal as something to protect yourself, but something that you can take your family and have an enjoyable weekend or a couple hours, you know, and they shoot great now. My son's really good, but he shoots a lot more than my daughter because she's into it, but not as much. But it's so, man, what a great time.
Well, I want to tell you guys that, you know, back in 1990, 91, we were like the only protesters against the first Iraq war. And, you know, I was all into that movement. We were like, we do not want to get into the Middle East conflict. And that was the beginning of all that shit. And I was like totally anti-war at that point. And going back into like firearms and stuff like that, I was like, I did not know how these other weapons worked. And I was very put back as like, how do I do this? You know, how do I use this? So I can see how the average mass stream of individuals that are conducted by the, you know, the mass media shit, you know, don't know how these weapons function. You know, I can look at a movie and see like somebody like throwing 1,000 rounds out of a little pistol that only has a mag that, you know, could not even hold like 10. You know, it's insane. And they think that's reality, and it's not reality. And
I think I'm going to... Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's cool. That's what I was getting to is like, you know, just the educational part of it, of like how a weapon works, how they all work, and what their classifications are, and not knowing. Majority does not even know. They're like looking at an instrument or a tool, and they don't know how to use it. And they're like going, "How does this work?" You know, and they might accidentally shoot themselves or something. You know, that's just where we are. And I'm glad that there's a group of people out here that understand how this stuff functions, because we are actually on the higher level.
I think I'm gonna, because like my parents aren't like anti-gun. They don't believe that people shouldn't have them. They just don't think that they need them. Even though my dad got a shotgun that my mom made him buy a long time ago. But I think I'm just gonna sign my dad up for a basic pistol class and say, "You're fucking going to this. Here's my gun. Have fun." And I think after that he might hopefully.
It's all about education. I mean, I'm teaching my young ones how to shoot. Ruger is awesome. Yep. with the bipod and everything. They were scared of it. They were totally scared of it until I said, "Come on, just pull the trigger. I got you all set up. Everything's safe. Just pull the trigger." And once they shot it, they were like, "I love this thing." You know,
that's awesome. No, I think you're right. You know, send them to a class or half of it's just not knowing, and the other half's just they heard shit from some dumbass that has no clue about them, you know, and they're not educated.
I mean, they watch. I've given my weapons over, you know, to them. You know, just the little 22s. They love them.
Just instill the 4 basic safety rules in them, and yeah, that's all they need to know. Make sure they know and understand those 4 rules.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Brian?
No, I was just. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, they just, you know, they watch MSNBC and shit. I hate going over there because they're watching crap news and they just don't know. They're uneducated. You know, they think the whole assault rifle thing, no, and they're just uneducated. They've just been brainwashed for so many years that they have no idea, you know, the reality of it.
So this is your parents, Brian?
Yep. Yeah.
My parents weren't that way, but a lot of my in-laws are, and trying to talk to them about stuff like this, yeah, they just think I'm a monster.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's hard because like my wife, she's actually a really good shot, and we used to shoot a lot of sporting clay stuff together. But her friends, on the other hand, are not into guns. So like when I'm saying, "Oh, they'll be like, 'Hey, where'd you go?" I'll be like, "I just went shooting," or whatever, you know, or whatever. They're like looking at me like, "What? Like, why would you go shoot?" You know, they don't understand the concept of having a good time shooting a firearm. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's an evil tool that's dangerous, you know. So,
well, guys, it's like 2 o'clock, going on 2 o'clock here. I'm going to jump off, and I got a lot of crap I got to get done tomorrow. But Rick, buddy, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for showing up. I got about 20 minutes, and then I'm out of here.
You all take care. We'll see y'all.
Yeah. Hey, Carlos. Later.
All right, Carlos. Be safe, bro.
So I work. I want to tell you guys. I work for a woman that was a city council leader, Democratic, and she was pretty old. And she's getting to retirement. She is retired, basically. And you know, we have a cottage that I take care of for rental and all that, and I had to like do all the fire safety. You know, you need like little signs to show where you go and stuff. So, and then we need fire extinguishers through the whole building, you know, here and there, and smoke detectors. So we had old ones to get rid of. She's like just get rid of these if you can. You know, or what do we do with them? And I was like, I told her, I said, I got a video up about it. I said, I'll just take them out to the field and shoot them at the range, you know? And she just looked at me. She was like, that sounds interesting. And she's like this democratic, you know, she didn't cut into me like, you have a gun, you know, and all that kind of shit.
Why would you?
She's really cool. She's actually, yeah, like, why would you do that? You know, she was like, that sounds like a lot of fun. You know? And she was happy because I was just going to take care of her. You know, and I did make a video. If you search down through the things, I hit it first shot off my Mini 14. Bam! You know.
Clean it all up.
Kill the grass. No, we cleaned the metal up, and my friend was like, you know, at the range, it's his property. We got 18 acres, and tell you this until the end because it was so much fun. Because, but usually these fire extinguishers kill off a lot of wildlife, like, you know, growth, like grass, and we had the. I'll never do it again. It was so much. I don't even want to breathe that shit.
That stuff's nasty, man.
But it didn't kill anything. I don't know why, but
it just
his hayfield grew out. I
Was it
just don't want to deal with it.
Was it a 3C fire extinguisher or?
Your basic house fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a powder. It was a powder.
It was a powder. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you inhale that shit, it tastes like crap.
No doubt. Yeah.
But it puts the fire out.
You know, you can always, like a Leonard Skinner song. You know, you got to try it once. You know, always.
Shoot one of those things off inside a kitchen. Yeah, you're going to be coughing your ass out for 15 minutes.
Oh yeah. You do not want to be in the kitchen after that.
Anyway.
So where was it going? Talked about the Democrat that was like okay about the guns and shooting off the into the fire extinguishers. It's actually in Rick's area of, you know, we were actually redoing the place for safety. And address is very important to have your address on the building so people know when you call in the 911 for a fire or something like that. And then we're going to where? What's next? Travel on the road, camping with the homeless, Trailways bus or Greyhound. You know, like moving with the seasons, like the birds. You know, like it's too cold up here. I want to go south just for the winter. And then, you know, once it gets too hot down in North Carolina, I'm going back up to the north. But Rick lives in the mountains, and that's cool because when you go into the mountains down in North Carolina, it's almost like a latitude adjustment. So he's almost living in like PA or something. When you live in the mountains down in North Carolina, you're like in Pennsylvania, but you're on a better term with the flow of it's not too hot, it's not too cold.
No, it's perfect. I love it out there. I love it. It's funny. My wife and kids they were here. They just flew out again, and to go back home. But because of all the rain here, it actually looked pretty nice. It looks pretty nice in California right now. So my wife's like, "Man, it actually looks pretty out here right now." And I'm like, "Yeah, till July, you know, June, July. Then it'll be all brown again and ready for fire."
Yeah, we had a pretty big winter. Probably at the station here, we had 6 to 10 feet of snow for at least a couple months, and then grass crop's been growing a lot, so
Yeah, you
people
guys
think
got a
that
shit ton.
big fire seasons happen after a long drought, but they're pretty much after a year or two after big winter, because the grass is what gets them going, and the grass is crazy right now.
And it's tall. It's like a little higher than the knee.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it's browning out already. There's still a lot of green stuff on like the south aspects and stuff, but yeah, it could be a good year. See.
Yep. I haven't left California for a fire in like 3 years. We just stayed in California. We used to go all over the place, Texas, everywhere, but it keeps getting worse here. So.
Yeah, I know. Well, Northern California was the place got hit this year. There was no fires down south for the most part. Nothing large.
Just that blue cut on San Bernardino right there, or the 215 right there.
That one wasn't too huge. It
was over in a couple of days, but
yeah. There's I'm trying to think of the name of that one fire. Can't think of it.
Louisiana is getting hit hard. You guys, are you following the Louisiana stuff?
No, I saw the Tennessee one.
And flooding. It's moving beyond that now. But I think this spring is going to be heavy duty from the Midwest out to the east. Tornadoes and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, they said there's going to be a tornado, or the weather is set up for a tornado in Georgia tomorrow. Because my wife, they've been stuck in Georgia. They were waiting for a plane to come out of Louisiana that was going to drop them off in South Carolina, where we fly into. And the weather, I guess, over there is pretty shitty right now.
The mountains.
Probably thinking about this fire.
What's that?
I said you're probably thinking about the Sobranos fire. You're thinking about the big one up north.
Oh, yeah, Sobranos.
Yeah.
That was it. That was a good one this year.
Yeah, I went through 3 tours there. I was there like 2 months. I was on helicopter for a month and then with the crew for another month. So
nice. How you liking the helicopter?
It was fun. I worked on helicopter for a couple of years. A lot of kind of sitting around a heli base, but you get your action. All of a sudden you'll be sitting there, and all of a sudden you'll be doing some crazy shit. So
yeah, that was the one bummer part when I went to the other department. They didn't have a helicopter, so I never got to play on a helicopter. I've been on a couple of them, but never assigned to one.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, there's that AR-10 giveaway. I think Ebalmy. Got a question out there how close we're getting until they're going to figure out the winner.
AR-10?
Yeah. It's a 308.
Wow.
Yeah. No, nice rifle. Definitely nice rifle.
You know,
they're heavy.
Do you guys watch ZRS? ZRS?
Oh, ZRS? Yeah. Zombies R Us? Yeah, I used to, we used to actually chat once in a while. He'd be on our chat with us. He kind of went underground for a little while and then came back up.
No, he's there. I'm subscribed to him. He always comments back when I leave a comment, like usual. And, I think he has good reviews and stuff, man. He just did, his daughter was shooting the Ruger American 5.56 Ranch, and I like that rifle. It's so basic.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he's a cool dude.
I really kind of like it. I almost want to. I can see on that barrel that barrel is like super cool. like trade out many for something like that. It's accurate, get a nice sight on it. It's basic.
I'll tell you a gun that was basic that I shot at Farmageddon that I couldn't believe shot as well as it did. What was that Kel-Tec 2000, sub 2000?
No, I know that one, man.
The second
was
that thing
it
shot
chambered
a
at 9?
It was
9 millimeter
Glock. It had a Glock mag. Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Amazing.
those rifles. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they work great.
And they're foldable. They're very good. Go out and try to find one. I tried to find one like a couple of years ago. And they're very pricey.
Yeah, you can't. They're hard to find, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool how they fold up. Marlin 60. Yeah. That's my favorite 22 ever. Even over the Ruger 1022, I prefer the Marlin Model 60. That micro groove barrel thing's accurate as shit.
I got the takedown, Ruger 1022 takedown. I like it. Pretty nice.
Those
Comes
are
in
nice. I
little
like the
backpack.
takedown part. That bag it comes in is pretty badass too.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I got the takedown also. I think it's the 1411 or something. Camo.
My son has the Camo 50 anniversary version, but it's not the breakdown one. And I have the Tactical Solutions one. I love that rifle. That one's bitching.
Magpul comes in. They came out stock for it.
Magpul?
Yeah, they have like the Remington 700 stock, and they make one for the 1022, and they make one for the takedown as well. It's pretty nice.
Okay. Very nice. Hey, John from Live for Wilds out there. He's up late tonight. Damn. Oh, he must be working. He's on his break. That was an awesome getting to meet him. He's a cool guy. All
right, Rick, I think I'll sign off.
All right, buddy. I'm getting close to getting the hell out of here. I got 6 minutes and then I'm gone. Appreciate you guys showing up. Thanks, man. Stay safe out there.
Yep.
All right.
All right, cool.
ZPD, you want to say anything before I shut this thing down? I'm gonna go in the external and chat everybody's name off. But before we do that, you got anything to say before I end this thing?
Not really. Am I on here? Can you hear me? All right.
I can hear you.
I don't have much to say except that thanks, Rick, for having a good show.
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you showing up. I figured I'd see how this worked out and worked out good. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. All right, you too. All right, so give a little shout outs to you guys out there. I scrolled up as far as it'll let me. I did one earlier. Hopefully I caught your name for you while you're there. But we got Shane Lockey, the Redneck Prepper, J. Greg Campbell. We got Blue 823, Red October, ZPD Survival, Southern Style 357, Parlusk, Still in Logs. Make sure I don't miss anybody here. Indiana Patriot. I didn't even see you sneak in here. How you doing? Prepper to Endure. Robin Jones. Guys did a lot of awesome comments here. ATF sucks. Let's see. Make sure I try to get everybody here. 420 Homestead. WNC Prepper. He lives down the street from me. Midwest Misfit. He was on the chat. He didn't have too much to say, though. We didn't give him much time. Sorry, buddy. Let's see here. CPD Survival. I think I said that already. Zeus. My buddy Zeus is out there. Who else? Robin Jones, said her already. Oh, Skywarp. Almost done. Southern Drive Shaft Drews. I think that's it. All right, everyone. Appreciate you guys showing up. Thanks again. It's definitely fun trying to get you guys to come on in and BS for a little while, so I appreciate it. It's good times. We had no trolls, which was good. Didn't have to deal with that disaster, so that worked out well. But have a good night. See you guys. Stay tuned for more videos, and appreciate it again as always. Stay safe out there. Make sure you change those batteries in your smoke alarms and smoke detectors. Make sure your fire extinguishers are ready to go. They're in the green. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys tonight. And appreciate you guys that showed up on the panel as well. So see you guys on the next one. Thanks again. Have a great night.